Thank you, Jen. Well, tonight we are looking back to the summer of 1984 when the blockbuster baseball movie The Natural hit the big screen all across the country, putting the spotlight on the Queen City.
It was a big budget movie, bringing some of Hollywood's biggest stars to town, as Buffalo was the backdrop for the comeback story of fictional baseball great Roy Hobbs.
Well, tonight, 2 on Your Side's Pete Gallivan looks back with some of the locals who helped make that movie magic in this 2 on Your Side original.
40 years ago, Hollywood came to the Queen City.
So a couple guys from New York came in. I gave them the tour of the stadium. They loved it.
Director Barry Levinson had been searching for a spot to film his new baseball movie, and let's just say Buffalo was a natural. And for these 3 baseball enthusiasts, it was a chance to get front row seats to it all. Current Bison's broadcaster Duke McGuire was just a young Bison staffer then, and Williamsville South Athletic Director Kevin Lester had scouted a bit for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Duke asked me to get a hold of a bunch of players, and they were going to have a tryout and everything, and that's how the whole thing got started.
Buffalo Sports Hall of Fame exhibit chairman John Boutet was a ball player for Canisius College back then.
They used us for like shagging balls and setting up pictures and all kind of things and stuff like that. So
now, they knew it was a baseball movie, but had no idea of the stars that would be coming to town. Robert Redford, Robert Duvall, Wilford Brimley, Kim Basinger, and Glenn Close.
I had no idea. And Glenn Close was like a little sister to everybody. She took batting practice, she took fielding practice. It was outstanding. Everybody in the movie was fantastic.
In addition to taking on roles as extras, Kevin's number 20 in this scene, and that's Duke right there next to Mr. Brimley. They also helped out with transforming the old rock pile into the home of the fictional New York Knights.
Fence signs in the outfield, they ought to be redone to period pieces.
they had to recreate a 1930s Major League Baseball wooden manual scoreboard.
War Memorial Stadium, the train station in South Dayton, Central Terminal, Ellicott Square Building, All High Stadium, and Parkside Candies. All backdrops for the film. And now another bit of Western New York played a big part as well. That was Roy Hobbs' bat, Wonder Boy. Robert Redford liked the feel of the bats that Kevin Lester used, so the prop master gave Kevin a special task.
So I took him, I went to the high school, Williamsville South High School, where I was the athletic director, and I put him on a lathe, and I spent the whole day with sandpaper just sanding him down as the bat spun on the lathe.
That's right. Wonder Boy, the famous bat from the movie, was actually crafted in the Williamsville South wood shop. Some of the other movie magic they witnessed, well, the fire department stringing hoses overhead to make it rain, this makeshift cannon to help Roy Hobbs rip the cover off the ball, and then there were the pyrotechnics packed into the lights by Buffalo's bravest.
They had the explosions all up set up there ready to explode when the ball was shot up there. So they used them to do a lot of things like that movie magic. You don't know how it's done. Well, they used the Buffalo Fire Department to do that.
Oh my God, are you serious?
And the movie still resonates with audiences in Western New York and beyond. In fact, as we were shooting the interviews, the Westlake family of Tampa, Florida, just happened to show up. They were on a family vacation to the Adirondacks and decided to stop in Buffalo to tour the sites where the movie was filmed, a movie that Joseph fell in love with when he was just 7 years old.
Specifically for Buffalo, the only reason we came here was to do this tour.
And if you look hard enough, you can still see reminders of the film all around town 4 decades later. On Your Side in Buffalo, Pete Gallivan, Channel 2 News.
Well, those 2 images in that window that you just saw at the end of Pete's story was a set of cutouts peeking through the window at Mulligan's Brick Bar.
I love that. And the producers had hundreds of those made to fill the stands at the rock pile and make it look like a full house. And for years, my father-in-law it's his claim to fame that he was there right next to Glenn Close. He's 89 years old today. And I've always heard he was in that movie.
Yeah, I was in college when they were making the movie, and those cutouts would appear all over town.
Yes,
I mean, there are just dozens of them that people are keeping as their special family memorabilia, no doubt.
And how great that Pete was there right when that family came up, too.
Love it.
All right, coming up next here at